Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Precious and I started this channel a year ago when I purchased my direct-to-film printer, and I basically quit my job to print direct-to-film transfers. To have the freedom to be at home with my kids, to have the freedom to make appointments, to have the freedom to pick my own schedule. So yeah, started my own business after working in corporate America for the last maybe 15, 16 years. Wild. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. If you want to know more about me and when I started my journey and why I started my journey and how I started my journey, definitely go back to the beginning of this playlist. I'll link it. Go back and watch those videos. So in today's video, I'm going to be flushing the print lines on my direct-to-film printer. I'm going to be flushing all of them. If you need to flush your print lines for whatever reason, and there could be many reasons. Let's say you're going on vacation, your printer is going to be in storage. Let's say you had some contamination issues. Let's say you connected the wrong color ink to the wrong hose, anything. So there could be many reasons why you want to flush those lines, just to completely clear them out. My reasoning is my colors were a little off, mainly like the blues, grays, those shades, browns, yellow maybe, I don't know. They've been a little off more lately, so I've been having the company print like my customers' transfers for me while I was figuring out what was going on. So that is a plus, that is a benefit. If you are interested in starting your own direct-to-film printing business, you definitely want to subscribe to this channel. You recently quit your corporate America job, or if you're preparing to quit your corporate job, you should definitely be subscribed to this channel. If you're thinking about starting your own small business, t-shirt shop, all of that good stuff. Oh yeah, and if you are thinking about adding direct-to-film printing to your current t-shirt business, you should be subscribed to this channel. Okay, so I'm down right now. Another thing you want to be prepared for when starting your direct-to-film printing business, these printers are very sensitive. So I'm gonna show you guys how to flush your tubing on your printer for whatever your reasoning is. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this video. Oh yeah, really quick. I'm also going to be changing my print heads tomorrow on this printer. So if you are interested in learning how to change your print heads or the print head changing process, definitely subscribe and turn on the notifications so that way you get an alert when I post that video. I'll be filming that video technically tomorrow, so it'll be right after this one on this playlist. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video when I change those print heads, and I'm terrified. But we gonna do it because we have to do it. Bye. I started to use a red Solo cup, but I want to use a clear one. Just put some distilled water into it. You just want to make sure you find like a stable area. I'm just gonna demonstrate with one, okay? Just one, but this is what you want to do for all of them. I took off my ink here. Then I'm just going to go ahead and drop it into the distilled water. And I'm gonna use like a little clip just to hold it in place so it doesn't fling all over the place, because these things have a mind of their own. And this is what we're gonna do for each ink channel, okay? Each line of tubing. You wanna go ahead and put paper towels on both sides to protect your ribbons. I'm going to be changing mine anyway, so it's not a big deal, but for your protection, let's say if you were just flushing one of your ink lines, you definitely want to make sure they're protected. I'm gonna pull this out, but we never want to touch the sides of the dampers because the ink will go everywhere. They're so sensitive to touch. So I just move that here like so. And then now that we have it out and we know what we're working with, go ahead and turn her off. You can use this emergency stopper, but I'm just gonna turn mine off from the back. All right, we're off. And then you just grab a syringe. You can use a little small one and then just like add a tip to it. You can push this in there and use it, but I have a bigger one, so we're gonna do that just to kill some time. And I'm just gonna stick this on here, and surprisingly it screws right in, but you can totally just use it right at the tip of any syringe, just a clean one. All right, and then you just want to put it in that damper, and then we're just gonna pull until this tubing comes clear. Pulling, wasting all that pretty blue ink. It's fine, it's fine. And you can see it's turning clear already. We'll let it go just so you can see it. And the water. Remember, this is distilled water coming directly from that cup. And it's turning clear. So I'm just gonna take this off and then dump it. Dump it right in my waistband. Dump that, and then we're gonna go back and chase it again. Now, if you didn't have the DTF flushing solution, like I don't right now, you can change the distilled water in the cup and do the same thing over and over again. Distilled water works good, and distilled water doesn't rust. That's the purpose of distilled water opposed to just regular tap water. So if you take a look here, you can see that nice and clear. You see that right there? And then I'm just gonna go ahead and clean all of my lines. As you can see, the water is for the most part clear, a little bluish because of course the tip of the tube from the ink bag that I pulled it off of had a little bit of ink on it. So we're just gonna put them all back in place, and we'll just get a new cup of distilled water and then just start all over again, over and over and over again. Of course, when I have my flushing solution, this distilled water will be swapped out for the flushing solution. So I'll go ahead and do that on all of the lines just to make sure we're completely clear of any contaminants before I add my new print heads, cables, and dampers and all that jazz. Alright, so I have all of the colorful ones empty. I'm doing the last one now, which is the black one. And if you notice, like right here in each of these dampers, this is specifically why I'm changing my dampers out, that little silver little screen in there. It's kind of like a filter for the ink. I just want to change them out just in case they're contaminated or anything like that. But of course, after you flush it, you can totally use the same dampers. It just depends on your reasoning on why you need to flush your ink lines. So let's go ahead and flush out this last one. That little screen, you see? How it just flushes out like cleans it out really well. But you see, like in the corners, there's still a little ink here. So that's why I want to go ahead and change them, just to get everything nice and brand new. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the circulation off. Okay, here we're going to clip off both of the white ink lines. And out in the back, let's just disregard all these here. These are all of the colorful inks that I changed already, and I'm just using this as a base. This we're gonna swap out as well, so we're just going to bypass this whole white ink circulator. Right here on this little valve, you see that there's an arrow pointing down, and then there's an arrow pointing up. Super small, you can't really see it, but for the arrow pointing up, we're going to grab some paper towel and we're just going to pull this piece out. Okay, we're gonna pull this piece out, and then we're gonna tape it up, and then we're gonna tape it up, you know, like here somewhere, just to prevent it from leaking, because we're going to turn this upside down soon and then get rid of that. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull this out. And I only have one hand on this, so I'm gonna have to pull it out and then come back. We're gonna squeeze it and pull it. You're going to need a separate tube for flushing. And if you have like one of these little tips, that's preferred, but I don't have one. I don't know why I didn't get one, but that's okay. I'm just gonna makeshift one using this little green thing. But if you have one of these pieces, that'll probably be ideal. This is ink on my nails, okay? A bunch of it. I'm just gonna stick it right in here and then hope it works. And then I'm going to put it right up in. It feels nice and snug, but I'm probably gonna put tape around it or just hold it the whole time while I'm doing this flushing because, yeah, I wanna be safe. And then this tube will go down into the distilled water. Okay. And then I'm gonna stick this to that same tube that's connected to the pump. And I'm just gonna drop it in this distilled water like so. All right, so in my software, I'm gonna go to advanced. I'm gonna put the passcode in. You should know your passcode. If you don't, sorry to hear that. I'm gonna click on ink supply down here at the bottom. And right now the white ink will, and right now you see the white ink cycle waiting time is on 1 minute. We're going to change that. That's pretty much how long it takes for the white ink to cycle after the printer turns on. We're gonna change that to 1 second because we want it to happen right away. Do 30 minutes. And then file and hit save. All right, save successfully. Turn the printer off. And then while she's off, let's go ahead and get our empty bottle. This is just an empty bottle. I just added some water to my fish tank just to clear this out. The part that's connected to this, we're just gonna leave that clipped. That's gonna stay the same. And then the other part that's connected to the actual printer goes into the printer. We're going to take that piece off and we're going to drop it into the empty bottle. Okay, the instructions show that these both should have clips on it. Mine doesn't, so I don't know. I hope it doesn't matter. Off, and we're just going to put it in this empty bottle. Like so. That one that's connected to the pump is in the distilled water. The one that's connected to the printer is in the empty bottle. Got it? Got it. So now we're going to take this one off and tape it away. We're going to leave it locked or clipped. So we have this one and we're going to just put it off to the side. I'm gonna tape it. We're gonna go ahead and turn her on. And remember that 1 second thing. So she's on, we're gonna turn the circulator on as well. And we're going to start seeing and hearing everything's starting up. And shaking and a kicking, and shaking and a kicking. All right, so both tubes, as you can see, are now clear. Love that. All right, and we're running out of distilled water, so I'm just gonna add more. See, and you see it's all cleaning now. And while it's cleaning, we can go ahead and our settings and hit load ink on head 2 because that's the front one. And hit load ink for about 20 seconds, and that's going to clear out that channel there and clear these lines. This is filling up good, and during this load ink process, you want to make sure your waste bottle is empty because now it's cleaning the ink here. All right, so I did about 40 seconds, so let's just stop it. All right, so we're gonna do it one more time. We'll pull this out for just a second, let it get a little bit of air, pulling it out of the distilled water. You see the hose is getting empty. And then I'm just gonna put it right back in. And that should do like a faster push. And look, now it's coming out super clear. You saw that? So just letting it out the water for just a second, and then letting it catch like a second or two of air, and then just putting it right back in, and then it flushes the line so much better. You start to see like these lines going clear in the front, because we're just like completely flushing out this tank here. Wiggling them just a little bit, just to make sure they're all getting nice and clean. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.